All right, everyone. Hello and welcome to my very first ever live stream on YouTube. I am Falx, and thank you so much for joining me on the Hunter Call of the Wild. I am so excited to be here with you. And firstly, I'd like to apologize profusely for the low frame rate you will experience during this live stream. I've mentioned it several times in my previous videos that I live way out in the middle of the sticks. And so, unfortunately, our internet is fairly slow. In fact, we don't even have fiber where I am. So we'll just have to deal with it as we go along. As I get started, I want to thank the individuals who are first joining me here on the Hunter Call of the Wild on my live stream. I really appreciate you being here. It means more to me than you can possibly ever know. Specifically, Coopinator and, of course, Evolution Lover. Thank you both so much for being here right now. I really appreciate it. And if there's anybody that I'm not seeing pop into chat, welcome as well. So we are going to get started. First, I suppose I should show you my loadout. It's fairly light. We have my Ecker's Elegance, which if you've watched my previous videos, you'll know that this is my all-time favorite weapon. I love it so much because it's got a broad range of animals that you can use it for. And I have very closely studied the recoil animatic for this specific gun. So it's pretty awesome and I really enjoy using it immensely. And I can generally refocus my shots fairly quickly with it. We also have the Falxhunter 357 because I constantly get attacked. I have some more footage that I took from earlier today of me getting attacked by Western capercaillies of all things. I mean, it's crazy. I didn't know that they would attack you, but they did. So I've got that going on. And then I've got the Sundberg 454, which is a moose dropper. I've been kind of enjoying using it on some of my previous videos, like the Sundberg Showdown. If you haven't seen that one yet, definitely check it out. It was one of my more favorite hunts. Let's see. Kelly Dread, thank you for joining me today. Really appreciate you being here as well. It's going to take some getting used to glancing between two screens. I literally just set this up like 5 minutes ago. And while I use dual screens in my regular day job, I haven't exactly used it all that much for hunting. So we are going to go ahead and get moving. Now, show you a little bit about my rotation as we get started. So I've spent a little time kind of cleaning up my map. My coastal run up here is fairly clean right now, and that's where some of my biggest boys are hanging out. But I do have a couple of lakes down here in the south that I need to do some cleaning on, and that's going to take a little bit of our time this evening. I've done some pre-scouting, and I want to check out these 4 lakes. I know that there is a fairly big boy hanging out right here. I think that's going to be my 5th big boy zone. And if you haven't seen my previous video where I point out all of the big males that I have on my map and what zones they're in, highly recommend you check that out as well. Hi, Grayson. Thank you for joining me tonight as well. I really appreciate you being on the live stream. Thank you for subbing. That's awesome. Oh, yes. Angry Moose, Evie. Yes, absolutely. Those angry moose, they're like Batman. They like to hang out in the corners and just stare at you and let you know that they are the darkness. I hope the stream is running okay. I'm glancing over at the live stream animatic for YouTube Studio, and it seems to be a lot of lag. So I hope that's not what you're experiencing as we're going along. If it is, I do apologize. Like I said, I live out in the sticks, and this is certainly a grand experiment. I never thought I'd get to a point where I'd be live streaming on YouTube, but here we are. So as I mentioned, we're going to head out to this first zone here. I know there's a fairly sizable level 4 that I'm going to need to take out, and kind of how I do it is I generally run. And then when I get fairly close within 150 yards, I slow down, let my heart rate steady. And oh my gosh, if that's a Western capercaillie come to eat my ankles, I swear to Cookie Crisp. Okay, good. Excellent. Thank you, Evie. I really appreciate that feedback. If you start to experience issues, please let me know and I'll see what I can do on my end to fix it. There may not be much I can do, but I can at least try. Awesome. Thank you as well, Grayson. I really appreciate that too. All right, let's see if we can get close and check out this male, if he's here. Now, here's the thing about these great one moose hunts that I've noticed, and I'm hearing from other YouTubers that this is a similar experience for them, that respawns and zone recaptures when you log in, log out aren't consistent. Well, looky what we have there. There's a big level 4 right there. And I know there's another level 3 on here. Yeah, right over there. That has kind of a low score. We also have this mid-grade level 3 standing at a 121 to 175. But of course, this level 4 is going to be our initial focus. If we can get more than one, that would be great. Let's see. I don't know. That would be a really fast draw to try and take him. Oh, well, the answer may be before us. You are alert, sir. Okay, and nope, we're not going to get it. All right, that's just fine. But hey, it's our first moose of the live stream and decent level 4 heart shot. Very proud of that. Thank you all so much for being along with me as I went through that process. So here we have our proof of concept, and here we have our moose. Let's take a good look at him. Now, this is a rack style that I prefer for level 4s. There is a rack style which, if we encounter tonight, I will point out that I absolutely hate. This one's one of the more pretty ones, but let's see what we did. We were 65 yards away. We got a pretty decent heart shot popping into that left lung as well. Pretty nice, decent size, level 4. So we got him off the map, and hopefully he'll come back as something more amazing. One of the things that I haven't had any luck with, it seems, is getting some decent, like, rare fur types to spawn in. I did have that one female piebald, if you've watched that in a previous video, and then a rapid succession of piebalds of other species, but nothing significant among the moose. So, I don't know why I'm running all the way back. Still getting used to the rhythm of this, talking as well as playing. So, how are you all doing tonight? I'm genuinely curious. How are you doing? How's your grinds going? Have you encountered anything cool? Let me know in the comments, and I'll try and speak to some of that as I go along. We're gonna pop over here to this next lake. I know there's another decent size level 4 over here. Now, here's the trick with this one. There's something about these 3 southern lakes that I'm not sure. Is an issue or what's causing this issue, but most of my big moose on these lakes are super sensitive. It doesn't matter from what point you approach the lake. You could be windward, you could be leeward, and it still doesn't matter. They just seem to get really nervous about you popping in, and so we're gonna have to take this one kind of slow. Oh, leucistic Cape buffalo? Jealous. I have a piebald European bison, but nothing as super neat as a leucistic Cape buffalo. That is awesome. Evolution lover, I'm so glad to hear that you're doing well. That's awesome. Let's see here. I found a level 8 piebald and an albino red deer in the same day. I would say pretty good. Yeah, I'd say pretty good. That is fantastic. A little jealous, not gonna lie. Was it? If you haven't seen my albino video, yeah, I welcome you to come watch that one. That was probably the absolutely most frustrating hunt I've ever done. But I'd be curious, what size was your albino, Coopinator? Or were they both level 8s? Piebald and albino. So I've mentioned this in a couple of previous videos, and I'll mention this to everybody in the stream. I do have some comprehension challenges, both with reading and auditory. So if I misread your chat and I have to go back and correct it, or I ask for clarification, please don't take that as a personal slight. That's just me. Okay, so they both were level 8. Awesome. Thank you for the clarification. That's awesome, guys. Guys, you're doing fantastic. Still working on our great ones, though, right? Am I right? Fist bump. Okay, there he is. Look at him. Oh, gosh, I think he's alert already. See, that's what I'm talking about. This guy, yep. This guy, he's super sensitive. I'm not even all that close yet. Like, I'm 93 yards out. And he's a soldier. He's just pacing. He's like, this is my herd. Maybe a long shot on this guy. Oh, of course you move behind the tree. So we need to slow down. Speed up just a little bit more than that. And we'll get on the approach. All right. Wouldn't it be neat if he was a melanistic? I sometimes when they're backlit, like this female here, right in the front, she's so dark colored that sometimes I walk up on a moose and I'm like, and it's a dark brown. And that is frustrating and annoying. Let's see. It's going to take a minute, guys. What I want to do is I want to get him to go alert and then turn toward me so that we can get a decent heart shot. I mean, I could plug him in the lung right now, but if we can get him down quickly, that would be preferable. So I'm going to pick up the pace and hopefully get him to go alert. Hopefully not so much that he runs. He's attentive. And there we go. All right, here we go, guys. Second heart shot of the night. Hopefully. No! What? Oh, that did nothing. That might have done something as long as it didn't hit that tree. Ah, see what I'm talking about? Oh, I hope that did something. Yes! Yes! I think we saved it, guys. I think we saved it. Oh, really, Grayson? Oh, I didn't know that. They spook as far out as 250 meters away. See, I knew about the 280 meters or 200. It's either 270 or 280 for your weapon spook when you shoot. And yeah, I didn't realize that. Is that walking up on them or is that the weapon firing radius, the range of the sound? Thank you, thank you. That was I really, really hate those running and trotting shots, but I also really want to get these guys off the map so that, you know, there's a chance that something more interesting will spawn in. Ah, haha, look at that, guys. Look at what we did. That was vital just now, so we definitely saved that through the tree line on a run. Oh, good job, everybody. You're my good luck charms. Like running. Okay. Well, I wasn't aware of that. I was only aware of the weapons thing. Why did they do that? That is so... well, okay. That's a silly question because, in their words, they want to make it more realistic. Thank you, Coupanair. I really appreciate that. Oh, there he is. There he is. And this isn't a bad-looking gold. I can't wait to get up on him and see what he is. And see what kind of shot we put in him. All right, here he is, tucked away in the shrubbery. See how dark that belly is? I'm like, wouldn't that be great if that was a Mela? All right, so, wow, that first one, we got him in the butt. And that second one, oh, we were high, but we nicked the lungs. So we were saved. We were very, very lucky. We were very lucky. Look at that rack. Isn't that pretty? That's so nice. All right. So excellent, excellent. Yeah, it's definitely more realistic. If you think about it in traditional real life hunting terms, I'm sure that, you know, with the sound that rifles produce, animals would be spooking way far out. Way far out. Now, here is a really special treat for y'all. You're going to be the first to see this. I was doing some pre-scouting earlier just to kind of get my route down for tonight and make sure that I had some pretty decent hunting to go with my first live stream. And my intention was to start on a coastal run up here. However, I wasn't quite done with my lake hopping earlier in the day. So I decided this would be neat to start with because I knew there were some sizable level 4s. But what you're going to see first here on live stream is another Diamond Potential level 4. Hadn't seen him before. He scores in the 300s at max. And I'm really, really hoping this will help continue to push those special moose to spawn in. This was not featured in my last video because angry dishwasher noises? So the angry dishwasher noises, that's what I call the growling of the wolves when they start attacking you. Oh, speaking of. All right, let's just be very, very quiet. Don't want to spook them. and get them growling and gurgling. But to me, when they come a trotting in and they're growling and gurgling and being obnoxious, they sound like an angry dishwasher. So that's where that comes from. But down here on this lovely, lovely, very difficult to get to lake because of all the foliage, we have a diamond potential level 4, not featured in my last video. So you guys will get to see him first and live. It's pretty cool. Now, unfortunately, he is not a super special one. He's just a standard common fur type. But he's very angry lynx cat. Oh gosh, I hope he doesn't run out onto the ice and scare everybody away, because here I'm promising you, look, this big old moose. And then it'd be sad to be like, surprise, no big old moose. Ha 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 ha, speaking. Oh, and he's alert. I mean, look at the size of that rack. When I first saw him, I thought, for a moment, I thought, great one. But no, unfortunately. And he's walking away. Hopefully he kind of stays. Maybe he'll come back over here. There you go. Check him out. Beautiful. 258 to 312. Now, I'm not positive that that's a diamond rack. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is not. But because he maxes out at 312, I'm going to leave him on my map. I think I'm going to do something super special for everybody. And if you've watched my last video where I asked for help, I was thinking about whether or not I should take some of these big boys off the map, because honestly, I'm starting to get choked up. There's not a lot of low levels left to kind of hunt. Ooh. No, you run the opposite direction and do not attack me, sir. Thank you. But the special thing I thought we'd do is maybe take out the 2 level 5s that max out at 289 and 292 respectively out of zone 1. What do y'all think about that? That way maybe we could get some bigger boys to come on in. All right. Oh, the bane of my existence. Loading. I do this every time. That's unprofessional of me. And we lost a moose because of it. I apologize. That was my fault. Unless I can brain him from here. Unfortunately, I did brain him. Right between the antlers of the big boy, too. Oh, you guys are my good luck charm. Oh, hi, Brandon. Welcome to the live stream. I really appreciate you being here. Thanks for joining me on my adventure. Yes, this is the Angry Moose, please. Hello. Hello, Angry Moose time. Now, oh, you know what, Evie? I got you. I'll try and get one to go aggressive, and we'll have a tango. I actually really enjoy it when they go aggressive. I think it's the most adorable. Thank you, Grayson. I think it's the most adorable thing in the world when they do, because they snort and they chuff and they get all fussy, and then they really don't attack that quickly, so you can kind of dance around them. So obviously we didn't get full score on this guy, not that I cared, but man, look at that shot. That was a braining shot right there. Just wanted to take him off the map, get him out of the way. Hopefully something else spawns. Awesome. Thank you all for being so welcoming too. There's so much negativity in the world that I really like to see when we can be positive with each other and be welcoming. And I really want for this to be a good space for all of us to share things, positive things about what we all love about the game, and create that sense of community. That's very important to me. If you've watched some of my videos, you'll know it's very important to me to be as transparent with my community as possible. And I hope that we can foster that sense of companionship and camaraderie while we go on these adventures. Hi, Landon. Oh, it's going well. Thank you for asking. I really appreciate it. I think my nerves are starting to settle down just a little bit. So far, we've taken 3 moose off the map, 2 level 4s, and just brained a level 3. So pretty exciting. Now, this lake is notorious for angry dishwasher noises or packs of wolves that like to eat my ankles and my face. So we are going to take this a little slower. And I'm probably going to spray Ode to Moose Perfume so that I can hide my scent. Yeah. Yep, 3 moose. Hopefully to get more. Maybe 2 really big ones. Maybe 2 of my bigger boys will delete off the map tonight to kind of give space for, I don't know, a great one maybe. Oh, thank you, Grayson. I really appreciate that. This is, for me, an exercise in vulnerability. And not to wax poetic or hyper emotional on everybody. I never thought that I would ever get to a point where I would live stream. This is very much a hobby for me. And while I work in a public speaking role in my day job, angry dishwasher noises. Angry dishwasher noises. Ladies and gentlemen, we have angry dishwasher noises. Oh, where are they coming from? Oh, behind me. Oh, gosh. Okay, stand by 1. Hold on, we gotta get... Okay, wolf protocol. High ground, high ground, high ground. Big rock. Oh, God. Okay, okay. Big rock, big rock. Okay. And... Okay, who's the boss? Who's the boss? Oh, gosh. Which one's the boss? Okay, you must be the boss. All right, here we go. Hopefully that was... Nope. Oh. Oh, gosh, I'm not doing this well. Nope, no, 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 no! Ah! Okay, they're fleeing now. Oh, look, the mage wolves are back. It looks like a glass of Tang. Oh, jeez. Okay, well, we survived. We're obviously not going to get full score on this guy. Oh, for a moment I thought he was a mellow. Okay, look at this. I mean, this is panic shooting. We've got vertebra, liver, stomach. I mean, not bad, not bad. I mean, for a panic situation, not bad. Look at those teeth. Look at those teeth. He an angry boy. He an angry boy. All right, so let's go ahead and get that reloaded because I'm pretty sure all my moose ran off because of that advanced, extended spook zone. Yeah, he did. This is the 357, the Falxhunter. So when you say 10 millimeter, are you asking about the diameter of the ammo or? Yeah, they're all gone. We had 1 level 3 I wanted to take off of here, but we had angry dishwasher noises and a wolf attack. So that's pretty standard for most of my hunts on this map. Well, okay. So with that having been done, now I did earlier take out a sizable level 4 because this lake is just an incredibly far run. But I think we have a level 3 back here we need to get off the map. Let's see. And I'm probably going to extend my time. I was originally going to live stream for just an hour, but maybe we'll do an hour and a half depending on how well things go. It would be amazing if all of you were here with me and we found our great one. Now, I haven't announced this in a video yet, but I have come to a decision. I've made an absolute decision as far as which fur type I hope to get if we do encounter a great one, and that is the spruce. Now, the reason for this, and you're welcome to look this up, in fact, I encourage you to do so, is I think it's based on a fairly famous moose that lived in Switzerland that was an albino, but the fur color presented as more of a yellow tone. And it created some controversy because hunters wanted to hunt it. And initially, the law enforcement / government over there said, yes, you can. And there was a huge public outcry. And so the government changed their mind and said, no, you can't hunt this albino yellow tone moose. And there's some beautiful pictures of it out there. But if that's the case, having worked in conservation myself, I think that's a beautiful story. And I don't know, something about the spruce just speaks to me on that level, which makes me think maybe we should just leave it alive on our map. Hello, David. Welcome. 10 millimeter might be a good wolf defense gun. I mean, yes, probably. I'm not quite sure about the Falxhunter. I've used it a few times just because it's a quick, kind of like response time with the kickback, with the recoil. But to be honest, you have to shoot them a few times unless you really, really, really get one of those good vital hits. So, yeah, the spruce equals good. Absolutely. I definitely would like to see one. The other one I really, really like is the two. What was that? What was that? I thought it was moose. Maybe it was. Anyway, but the other one that I really, really like is the two-tone. It's a beautiful fur pattern as well. And while I do like the ashen for the battle scars that it presents and the life lived it implicates by having those battle scars, it's too close to the common. Now we have a decent level 3 right here. We'll go ahead and try to take him with another heart shot. You just need him to go alert. We're going to run right up on him. They don't seem to spook as much as the level 4s. So I know level 4s tend to be more sensitive. Let's see. Come on. You could go at least, you know, interested? Attentive. I was trying to think of that word and I kept coming back to assertive and I'm like, I don't want him to be assertive unless he goes defensive, which would be cool. There we go. Quick and dropped. Quick and dropped. Jody, hello. Nice to see you. Welcome to the live stream. I really appreciate you being here. Y'all are awesome. Thank you all so much for supporting me. You are an amazing crowd. All right. So we got a nice, clean, direct heart shot. This guy's a tiny boy with a trophy rating of 150. All right. Okay, so the next location we're going to jump to, I quickly checked this out and it doesn't seem like we have anything really right in here. I'm going to pop up over here because sometimes I get some decent level 3s and level 4s on that lake as well. Yeah, heart shots for the win, David. Heart shots for the win. If you can drop them quick and fast, that is the key. This hunt, this grind is not an efficient grind no matter which way you set it up because the respawns are so inconsistent. And so the quicker you can get them down and back to running, because there's a lot of running in this grind, back to running to wherever you're going to go, the better, definitely. Thank you. I really appreciate that. It's been going great. It's been a lot smoother than I thought it would be. I didn't know. Okay. This will show you how green I am to all this, but I don't mind being real with you guys because it's important as human beings that we are real with each other. But I didn't know you needed streaming software. I thought YouTube just kind of did it on its own. So after I made the announcement earlier today and I started experimenting with the live stream function and it was like, pair your software, I was like, oh gosh, what did I do? So I actually changed the time to tomorrow and then back again when I figured it out. So thank goodness I checked that out before jumping in because that would have been awful. And yes, I'm giving away my authority and experience, but that's okay. That's okay. Where's my level 3? Another thing about this grind I've noticed that is really frustrating is, oh, we're at 6:15 or 16:15. No wonder that I'm not seeing everybody. So we're going to have to go back and reset. Oh, hello. Hello? Hello? I see you. No, not you. You. Oh, there he is. He was coming in after drink zone time. But that's the thing, the consistency. The consistency is like a challenge. So let's bounce back, reset the time. Hopefully they'll be there. And you'll notice that I'm going to set the time pretty late in the stream or pretty late in the drink time because it's better to do this in my experience to make sure that all your animals are in your zones. Otherwise, they could be walking in between noon and 1400. And that's very frustrating as well. So we'll go ahead and pop it in for 1418. I usually start around 1420 has been my go-to time. let's see here. So we'll run back up to this little pond up here. How many of you found all your hidden lakes if you're hunting medved? There's 5. There's 5 total. Lady Legend was the one. Are your wolves better? It kind of... They still do that glowing thing. They still are mage wolving. You know, they still have that protective spell on them. And they've cast it on my ducks now. And now they glow too, but not as bad. But if I hunt them during the daytime, and there's something about this landscape, I think, that neutralizes the brightness, it's easier. But sometimes I still can't look directly at them when running up to them because the glow is so jittery. And as a migraine sufferer, that can spell bad news. And if you've ever had a migraine, I'm right there with you. Fist bump, that sucks. Hashtag cure migraines. Okay, it looks like our group is a late arriving group. We do have the one female, but we may have to bounce back here. So that kind of completes things over here. I checked this out earlier and this only had 2 females on it. And like I said, I took out a level 4 here already, just because I didn't want to have to run all the way to that lake. But one of your hidden lakes is over here by this skull-like formation. It's right in here. You see this hunting structure. If you haven't found this yet, Lady Legend was the one who pointed it out on one of her videos, and I picked up on it from watching her. So definitely come check this out. The first time I came here, there were some very big moose. Not big enough to leave on the map, but definitely good-sized level 4. So let's go around this bend and check it out just to make sure. Because, again, respawn's inconsistent. If you've watched my video on how I think I did it when I got my Great One Red Deer, and I talk about some theories about spawning that I have, things like sine wave respawning, where you get peaks and troughs of the quality of your animals, and then also spawn redistribution. I'm beginning to really think there's some value and merit in the spawn redistribution theory, because I feel like I'm kind of pushing my respawns around my board, around my map as I go. Yeah, that level 2's been there a while. And it just kind of feels that way here on medved. I don't think I have anything new. Or, yes, I know. And if the audio is crackling for you guys, I think that's a function of the fact that I have a low frame rate. And it only seems to happen when I'm running through very, very dense brush or getting viciously attacked by wolves. So I apologize if you've been experiencing that. Generally, there's usually nothing over here, but I'm going to go ahead and check it out anyway. So how many of you are moose grinding right now? Are you moose grinding, or are you grinding for any great ones? Because I was thinking about starting a bear grind after I get my great one moose, but I don't know. I kind of feel like I need a break as well. It does get very tedious. Let's see. Nope, just my females. Any. So are you still grinding for any of them, Evie? Or hoping, at least? Alright, I think we're good here. I don't see anything big and new. So we're gonna pop up to here. Now, here's an interesting thing about this lake, too. I don't have any need zones in this gap. And on occasion, this one blinks in and out. Yeah, oh yeah, Landon, there is a great one black bear. So the great one black bear, you know, you can hunt that on Silver Reach Peaks, Leighton Lakes, the New England map. I'm missing one, I think. Or maybe that's all of them. I thought there were 4. But yeah, there's the great one black bear. And that one was incredibly controversial. It's the only predator great one we have. And, you know, some people have said it just looks like a chunky black bear. And I don't blame them for feeling that way. But it's still a really pretty animal to get. Too scared to do a moose grind, so I think I'll stick with red deer. Red deer are my favorite. I love red deer, so all the more power to you. Sending you good energies for that. Absolutely. Kelly, you're on a moose grind now and had to take a break. Yes, I'm close. I am so close. The only thing keeping me going is this all of a sudden, all these really big level 5s that popped in. Oh, Mississippi. Yeah, you're right, David. Mississippi was the other map. Thank you. You're new to the game, so you don't know what you're doing. Oh, it can get overwhelming, but the more you grow into it, the more you learn how to interact with the environments and play the game, the better it gets, the more immersive it gets. So I encourage you to keep going. It's definitely going to be an amazing experience if you do. Where have all my mooses gone? I have no idea. What time is it? Yeah, I reset the time. Oh, I know. They're not in their zones yet. Except you. Let's see. Moose, bear, whitetail, and red deer. Yes, so those are the 4 great ones we have currently. And I think the intent now, if I'm reading EW right, is to release a new great one every year. Don't quote me on that though, but just that seems to be the pattern that they're picking up on. With the release of new maps. Red deer are fun and cash is good. Yes, the money in red deer hunting. Absolutely. Absolutely. There is a lot of money to be had. There's actually a lake on Tiowara that I call Cash Lake for that reason, because at least before the spook radius was so large, you could drop them. You could drop them and really, really pick them up. I am still not sure how I'm going to return to Tiowara and fix my red deer grind after the New England update kind of messed up the whole thing. I'm not sure because that spook radius makes it incredibly difficult to be quick and efficient, which I found the most rewarding way. Yeah, a muley or an elk, great one. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I have an... Oh God. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. Ow. But we're not dishwashering yet, are we? Hopefully you're just going ice skating and not going to eat my face. Please do not eat the face of the hunter. Thank you. Thank you very much. I am going this way. Don't eat at me. Oh, don't eat at me. Oh goodness. Ah! I'm just a sad raccoon. Anyway, what was I saying? So, unpopular opinion. Oh, okay. So, you're on Layton Lake District, just trying to open up the map. Yes. Just explore. Whatever method you choose. When I first started playing, my method of choice for opening up maps was to get a 4x4. An ATV and just run to each of the lookout towers and each of the outposts and just get them open before committing to any kind of hunting. That was my method, but there is something to be said from running tower to tower and just running and experiencing like picking up track work and that sort of thing. So, angry dishwasher. That's the turn of phrase that I use to describe the gurgling, growling, that the wolves do when they go aggressive and they start attacking you. Because in my interpretation, it starts off sounding very gurgly, like almost like you turn on a dishwasher and it's not functioning right. Ooh. Yeah, lovely level 3 over here. Nice. We'll go ahead and take him out. Yeah. Okay, David, I'm glad you said that because unpopular opinion, my next great one I would want a mountain lion. Now, mountain lions don't get a lot of love in the game. They're some of the most broken animals, but I think it would be really cool to have a mountain lion with like battle scars and like maybe a cloudy eye from being in fights and stuff and really make it look bad. Arse. There's an R in there. Hopefully I don't have to bleep that. Yes. See, angry dishwasher. Now every time you go in your kitchen, you'll be like, wolves. Wolf protocol. High ground. High ground. High ground. Bob and weave. Bob and weave. The same works for the pigs too. I've been attacked by the pigs and swarmed by them. I didn't realize they did that, but they do. And the western capercaillies will attack you. I have footage from earlier that I need to post that is ridiculous. And I tend to do Marvel-esque style end credit scenes after, you know, my traditional outros. But there's one in my last video of a capercaillie being aggressive toward me and pulling matrix moves. So if you haven't seen that, go back and watch the video. Yeah, definitely that mountain lion. So, yep, good clean heart shot right here. Sorry, it's going a little slow. Let's pop back over to the other side of the lake and see if anybody's popped into their zones yet. Let's see. Checking the health of the stream and all of that. Seems to be good. Okay, excellent. Where are we on time? Yeah, I think I'm going to do an hour and a half instead of an hour. Because, for a moment, my heart skipped a beat. But you are not a great one, sir. Oh my gosh. That's the thing. That's what gets you. That's what gets you is that risk of what am I going to encounter next? What's out there? That's what I love about this game so much, because it very much is like a box of chocolates. Thank you, Forrest Gump. You're never going to know what you're going to get, or you never know what you're going to get. And while I'm a little disappointed that this is not a special fur type, this is a decent level 4. And then we have a very nice level 3 making his way in, which means I have to be very decisive about how I want to approach this. Because in theory, I want to get both of them off the map. But since we don't have, or since we have that spook radius issue, I need to be mindful of who goes first. So I think, for the sake of argument, and since that's sitting at 327 yards now, we're going to go for this level 3 first, and then we'll pop over and grab the level 4. Yeah, he's a big guy. Now, he's got a rack style I absolutely hate. That big level 4 we just saw. I really, really hate that rack style. To me, it's the ugliest rack style on a moose. And I've had really bad luck getting moose with that rack style down. Oh, nope. That's not a heart shot, and I need to reload. That was too high. So, hopefully he walked into that and we got double lung on the backside. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Wait, are you running? Why are you running? I'm not close to you. Well, la-di-da. Hopefully that worked. Hopefully. Yes? No? Probably not. We're probably not going to get him. Well, he's dropping. See, I was over 300 yards. Well, maybe I did come into 280. But again, it shouldn't have triggered them, right? Even if the max is 280, it shouldn't have scared them unless there's something else back there. There's a bear. Ooh, got a need zone too. Oh gosh, what if it's wolves? No, no wolves, no wolves. No. All right. Ah, we got them both. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so chances are they have fallen in relative proximity to each other. That was lucky shooting. That was some lucky shooting. And if you're curious, if you haven't watched it yet and you're curious as to why I don't use the zeroing perk, please go check out my video titled How I Place My Shots. I did have to re-upload it because I needed to clarify something where I haven't been medically diagnosed with this, but I strongly suspect that I have a condition called dyscalculia. Dyscalculia. I really struggle with that word. And it's the mathematical equivalent of dyslexia. Numbers just don't make sense to me. I went shopping today and demonstrated this very heavily. Here we go. All right. Oh, yeah, we double lunged him. Look at that. One then the other. On the trot on that second. Yeah, I'm pretty nice. I'm pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I was way too high for that heart shot. When you're doing a heart shot and you've got them dead to rights like this, let me zoom in. And we're going to reset view is what I wanted. So this feature right here, we see this line in the neck and then that line right in the middle. The heart sits right behind that middle line. So when you place your shot, you want it somewhere along in this notch. Now, here's another thing that some of you may not have known. Did you know you can cycle through the next shot screens and your inspect screen on the harvest screen? I just learned that today. I was today old when I figured that out. But getting back to my other video and how I place my shots. I place my shots using visual information from the game, like that notch I just described on the chest of the moose. Okay. So, and that's how I do it. And then when they're running, I try to time it so that they walk in or run into shots. Landon, that's exciting. Oh my gosh. I remember my first interview. It was very intimidating. I learned a lot. It's definitely a unique experience, a very formative experience, I would say. And for me, it was just going in with an open mind and mustering up as much confidence as I felt I could fake. But I really hope for the best for you. I'm sure everything will go well, and regardless of the outcome, that's very exciting and very, very awesome. So this is that rack I hate. The spindly, thin, kind of broad, looks almost like I don't even know what that looks like. Broomstick. Yeah, and we didn't get any. Well, we did get the left lung on that second shot, so we were very lucky, man. We were very lucky. Look at that. Right on the seam of those two organs. Split second later, and we would have had a really long track situation going. But yeah, I really hate that rack. That is exciting. That is exciting. Milestones in life. Definitely milestones in life. My only real piece of advice, I suppose, would be just breathe. Just breathe. Do I hunt in real life? That is an excellent, excellent question, and kind of a sad one, actually. No, but I really, really, really want to. I grew up in a household where firearms of any kind were detested. Like, my parents, especially my mother, was vehemently against any kind of firearm for very personal reasons. Before you cast judgment, before you cast stones, there was very personal reasons, very traumatic reasons for this way of thinking. And so as a result, despite my deep-seated interest that has been there since as long as I can remember, there was not a lot of opportunity for me to explore it. However, if you watched one of my earliest Red Deer videos, I can't remember which one it was, but I announced that I got married in September. Very excited. Ooh, look back there. We got something behind that female. But I got married in September of 2022. And as a wedding present, my husband bought me a 7mm .08 Savage hunting rifle. And I am so excited. I'm going to spend the next year practicing and learning my gun and taking my hunter safety course. And I hope next year, or this year, actually, this year, 2023, will be my first real life hunt. It looks like a thing that what it looks like. Yes, absolutely. Again, I really hate that rack. But this one's not bad for a level 3. Oop. I need to reload. Remind me to reload. No! That's the other thing I hate. The females, they jump in front of the males. It's very annoying. That'll give me time to reload, though. Do any of you hunt in real life? I'll turn the question back to you. Do any of you hunt in real life? Come here, bud. Yep. Avoid the female. Okay. That was a quartering shot. You kind of have to go into the line of the notch, but up and to the left. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. It was a very kind gift, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. And if I do, I might do a video upload of it as well, because I think that would be a very special experience to share. I mean, there's something about hunting and conservation that does go hand in hand. I know it doesn't sound, they sound like they're exclusive of each other, but if you talk to most hunters, they're very keen on environmental conservation and preserving resources. And that's an aspect of it I absolutely love. Shot a deer earlier with a 7mm. That's awesome. That's pretty cool. How big was it? You're a little too young to hunt? Well, give it time. Give it time. If that's something you're interested in, you know, I can't say enough about doing research and education early. So I love research. Like, I would spend my whole life in a college library if I could. But definitely something to look into. Just learn about if it's something that interests you. 1544. Okay, so here's what we're going to do, guys. I'm going to pop over to this lake and check it out. This usually produces some fairly large males, but we also have 2 hidden lakes here. I've got my tent set up right in between them, and on occasion, I do get some sizable males there too. I haven't checked them in a while, and we'll go check those out. Let's see, Evie, I did for one session, but didn't really like it very much. I prefer fishing. Fishing is a wonderful, wonderful pastime. Very meditative, very, very quiet for me. For others, it's very exciting, but for me, it's very meditative. It's a chance to kind of spend time with myself and think about things I enjoy, and just really be immersed in nature. So yes, fishing, absolutely. I haven't fished in a long time, and I have 6 fishing poles in storage, and that's very sad. 6 point, but then a bigger one walked out. Isn't that how it always works? You're like, oh, and then you take it, and then suddenly there's something bigger, and you're like, oh. But still, 6 point, nothing to sneeze at. Nothing to sneeze at. That's awesome. That'll just give you something to look forward to next year, and maybe it'll be even bigger next year. So let's see. That's a small level 3. I might want to leave him. No special moose yet. Yeah, unfortunately, I normally will see a level 4 tucked back here in this corner, but I don't think we're going to be so lucky today. Oh, hi, Ian. Welcome. Hello. Happy New Year to you. First video was you were talking about how you zero in game without the zeroing perk. Yes. I mentioned that just a little bit ago because we took out some moose on the trot. And yeah, it's just like today I was doing an exercise and trying to figure out how much of a percentage to take off a total price. And the result was fairly disastrous. But luckily, my husband's very good at math. So saved the day. When did I start my channel? This year. It was back in July. I think it was July 29th. And the reason for it, the reason I started, I say this year, it's 2023. The reason I started it was the Reventuli update. I was very excited about Reventuli when it first came out. And I kind of wanted to jump on the bandwagon. I have some very... There's some YouTubers out there that I'm very much impressed by their work, and it was very inspiring to me. So people like Lady Legend, Scarecrow, Hunter DD33, if the Mel's Gaming, Kill Clinton, or KC as he's known by, some of the latent greats that I really appreciated watching. And I played this game so frequently, and I found myself, the interesting thing was, before I decided I'm going to actually attempt this as a hobby, I started kind of practicing talking as though I was talking to an audience, and found it was, for me, a little bit easier than I was anticipating. So I was like, well, why not just give it a shot? You know, courage is being scared to do something, but doing it anyway. And I mentioned earlier in the live stream that for me, this is very much an exercise in vulnerability, because I'm putting out there something that people can very easily judge, that they can say, oh, you know, there's trolls everywhere. They can say, oh, you're not as polished as other people that exist out there. But I do it simply for the reason that I love this game. I love what it represents. I love the nature of it. I love the immersive quality of it. I really enjoy the community around it. You guys are continuing to prove that to me day in and day out with your responses to content I put out. If you're wondering why I'm walking slowly, by the way, it's just if there's a level 4 up here, they spook really, really fast. So I just want to make sure I'm not going to spook anything. But, oh, okay. Decent size level 3. We can work with that. But yeah, it's just been a real adventure, and I've very much been enjoying it, and I'm so glad to be raising my voice in support of a game that I love that brings people together like this. Let's see. All right, we had another call over there. I didn't quite pick up on what it was. No, that's female. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that. All right, let's get this boy down. All right, good. And pop goes the weasel. Oh, hey! Evie! Angry Moose time!
Come here, my friend. Let us dance. Come here. Yes, Horp.
Thank you, Landon. And Ian, yes. Hold on. I'll get to you guys in a second, but we have Angry Moose time.
Horp. Hello, friend. Hello.
So angry. Aw, that didn't last nearly long enough.
Bye, y'all.
Well, Angry Moose, yes, Angry Moose. I'll try and get them to go. I really want a great one to go aggressive. But the biggest male that I had go aggressive was a sizable level 4, and that you can see in the Sunberg Showdown. But Ian, yes. When I first started playing The Hunter Call of the Wild, let's confirm this real quick, and then I'll get into that story. So decent heart shot, kind of on the seam between the heart and the lung, so not as centered as I like, but still did the job. Nice silver, 175 at 58 yards with my Ecker's Elegance. I know, Evie. I really wanted her to stick around and dance with me for a while, but she had places to be. But where was I? So yes, when I first started playing The Hunter, now this is going to date me, guys. This is going to date me horribly, I guess. I've been playing hunting games since Cabela's made them. Like, that's how long I've been playing hunting games. For as long as I can remember, on the 486 computers. I mean, yeah, I've been playing hunting games for a very long time, and we're going to have to reset the time. And when I first started playing The Hunter Call of the Wild, my sister got me into it, knowing that I really enjoy games like this. Actually, I'm going to run down there and see if anybody's still hanging around. And this was back in 2017 when the game first launched. I mean, maybe a month afterward. And when I first started playing, I did not take it seriously at all. I did not take it seriously. I didn't even know there was a scoring system for animals until about 2 years after I started playing. I literally would hop on with the noob cannon, which is the Ranger 243, and just blast everything. There was a level 5 moose on Layton Lake that I put about 17 bullets in because I didn't understand what I was doing. But I was shooting it with the Ranger 243. And so, of course, it wasn't doing anything to the animal. And looking back on it now, I mean, from a conservation standpoint, those are very unethical shots, and you should not be doing that. But in time, I learned, as during the pandemic, I'll never forget when I picked up an animal and literally paused for just a second to look at the harvest screen and actually look at the different boxes in it. And I saw gold. And I was like, what does that mean? What is this? So I had to look it up, and I was like, oh, you can actually get like decent. Oh, she's jamming out something. Jittery. Had too much coffee on the ice at Moose Cafe. Maybe we could get her to go defensive. Hold up. Yeah. Here you. Oh, I got clopped in the face. I got too close. Angry Moose. Angry Moose. Oh, she's sassy. She's sassy. You being sassy? You a sassy pants? Yep, you sassy pants. Angry Moose. Angry Moose. What you do? What you do? You don't even know what you're doing, but you're doing. I am way too close. There's just a lip here, and I don't want to go down the lip. Well, she might follow me down. Come on. Come this way. Angry Moose. Look at that cute little face. Whorp. Yes. Whorp. I like how they lick their lips too. If you watch, they'll periodically lick their lips as they do this. Well, I guess she's done. But yeah. Aw, thank you, Jody. I really appreciate that. Awesome. I really appreciate that. Thank you. All right, let's see. I've got some chat to catch up on, so. Pardon my French. Yeah, definitely. And I turn that back on you guys. As hard as it is, be brave to be yourself. That is something I struggle to live by. But it's so rewarding when you can show up and be authentic to yourself. I can't say that enough. I've had some times where I've compared my inauthenticity to my authentic moments, and there is no comparison. So I encourage you all to do the same. And then Coupinator, you also raise a very good point that yes, you say this game brings people together. Meanwhile, me and my friend are arguing who will get the level 3 whitetail. Well, I mean, as long as you're respectful in your argument, use I, me statements, work not to trigger defensiveness. It's all right. It's just you're learning communication styles, and that's normal for a healthy relationship. Somebody woke up on the wrong side of the bush. Yeah, that moosette really wanted to clop me in the face. She's like, "How dare you run up on me like that?" That reminds me, I got dropped by an angry moose when I went AFK. That's brilliant, Evie. That's brilliant. Yes, you have to be so careful when you go AFK nowadays. Let's see. I've already taken somebody here. I want to kind of run back over there and see if anybody's there that we can take out. Yeah, Casey is a really great example of that. I really like his content, especially one of the features that he does on his channel, which is so amazing, is when he goes and does the lodge tours. That is so neat to see him go and highlight other people on his channel. That's just one of those building community things that I really, really like. James. Oh, James, I'm sorry I missed you. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the live stream. All right. We're getting close. I'm going to have to slow down. Hopefully our cloppy female might be in here too. Just out of curiosity, how do you pronounce your name? I am curious now if I've been pronouncing it right. So there's two methods of pronouncing my name. Both are legit, and I'll tell you which one I go by. I chose this name, Falxhunter, based on a weapon, a historical weapon, the Falx or the Falx. So the Falx or the Falx is a curved weapon and one of the predecessors and close family members to the scythe, which we all know represents harvesting. So that's where my name comes from. I go by Falxhunter. It almost sounds like Foxhunter, but you put a little bit of an L in it. But either pronunciations work for me. And it's when you're naming yourself, like in a game, if you've ever played other games where you're like picking a name for yourself and you're like, oh gosh, should it represent me or should it be more more non-representational? Should it be representational in my character? I really wanted to tie it into that sense of harvesting, which is exactly what we're doing. We're harvesting as we go along. And while the Falx is a curved blade used primarily in combat, it like I said, it is within the family of the scythe. And unfortunately, Falxhunter was taken, and lots of other scythe names. And there were lots of other ones that I ran through before I was like, I just need to pick one. Excellent question. Thank you. Let's see. On the moose vid, you did, I'd leave the level 4s. That's a good point. That's definitely something I'm thinking about doing. One of the things I mentioned earlier in this live stream is I'm thinking about taking the 2 smaller level 5s, the 289 and the 292, that max out at those scores out of zone 1, because I feel like the others on my map have a much better chance of being diamonds. But I have a new zone with a new level 4 that I showcased earlier in the stream that maxes out at 312. So I want to leave him as well, I think. But I'm still considering it. Right now I got to get this level 3 off the map because I haven't shot anything in a little bit. Come on, bud. No. Don't walk off. Please don't walk away. Yes, thank you. Yeah, so the Falx is in the same family of curved blades. And it's a beautiful weapon. I encourage you to look it up. If you ever watched Forged in Fire, that's one of my favorite TV shows. And yeah, they make a lot of really cool weapons. But ancient weaponry has been an interest of mine for a while. All right, so that wasn't bad. Nice through that aortic structure on the top. It seems not a bad looking little level 3. Good thing I checked those lakes. It's been a while. All right, so panning back out from our route, I have 3 distinct rotations that I've been doing, and one is a coastal run where I have these tents set up here near the top. And I run all the way around this island. And here we've got brand new zones that have popped in. We have 2 zones that actually pop in and out right here. Last time they both had level 4 males in them. And sometimes if I have the time, I'll include this little river right in here. But usually this little river area gets included in my lake hop, which is the rotation we just completed. So the lake hop generally starts from this outpost here. We follow the curvature of the land here, down here, and then we hop our lakes, and we go all the way around and up in this direction. I do a counterclockwise rotation on this map, whereas on Tiawara I was doing clockwise mostly. But we have basically completed our lake hop. I think it's time that we hop up and maybe run the coast. It is 9:08, and I am going to stop the live stream at 1 hour and 30 minutes, so that'll be 9:30. But I've been enjoying everything so far. Justin, welcome, and thank you so much for subbing. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. So I'm going to run to my most extreme corner of the map and at least show you some of my big level 4s while I check the chat here. Yeah, James, definitely welcome, and thank you again for subbing. Let's see. You knew someone that was on Forged in Fire. Oh wow, that's awesome. That is awesome. There's actually a couple of forges in the state where I'm from that have featured people on the show, so that's pretty awesome. Watched on YouTube, yeah, they've got a pretty strong presence there as well. Same on the weaponry part, but more on modern firearms. I've always had an interest in firearms for some reason. I mean, all the more power to you. Firearms are beautiful weapons in and of themselves. One of the things I really, really love about the basic weapons you get in the game is their detail. I'm going to bring up my Ecker's Elegance and stop for a moment. I don't know that you can see it in the animatic, but maybe... Oh, I have to reload anyway, but look off the side of the gun when I reload. You see that etching? Try to turn it into the sun. That was not a very good example. Next time I get an opportunity, I'll show you. But there's etching in the barrel of the gun that is remarkably beautiful. And so when they announced the new weapon skins options, I wasn't terribly excited about it because I just think that the weapons already as presented in the game are very beautiful. Found a level 5 fallow. Awesome. I haven't found one of those yet. Before I started herd management, I was using fallow deer as sort of my way of cleaning up hunting pressure. And unfortunately, even though I was plugging away at several level 3s and level 4s, I still haven't found a level 5. So good job, David. That's awesome. Turn on the bell. Yes, ring the bell. All right, guys. Check out those beauties. Not that one. That one. 257 to 311. I am fairly certain that's a diamond rack. And then we have this 265 to 319. I mean, unless that is the mother of all trolls, I'm pretty sure that is a diamond as well. I'm not going to pluck them off the map quite yet, but I thought you might get a kick out of taking a look at them. Aren't they pretty? Let's see. I liked as well. Thank you so much. Why must they make the price go up when you rest? Yes, that is a horrible feature, but I think it's to try and discourage this kind of gameplay. I've heard rumor that there might be some dislike of the grind culture in this game, and that the intent is for it to be as close to a realistic hunting experience as possible. Now, whether or not that's true, I'm not going to speak for EW and Expansive Worlds and the team there. They already do such a great job on providing us this wonderful experience. But at the same time, they do make it challenging to do this kind of gameplay. Yes, I have watched Alone. That is an awesome. I love those survival shows. The campy ones, that are more like, trying to remember what they're called. Not soap operas. Anyway, the campy ones I don't particularly care for, but the ones that seem genuine, I really enjoy those. It's the Twiggy of Mooses. Let's see. I got a 14 buck in real life with my bow. Oh, wow. Bow hunting is a whole other level, both in-game and as I understand it in real life. I've never bow hunted before. I have an old Shakespeare recurve bow that I sometimes shoot in my backyard, but I mean, you have to get them so close to you in order to get those really good vital hits. So congratulations, that's amazing. New Year's Day, what a way to start the new year. I think it's for balancing reasons. Yeah, probably. I mean, we'd all be super rich in game if we didn't use our money, right? Reality show, yes, thank you. That's what I was trying to think of, was reality shows. I mean, they have their place, but I like authenticity above all else. And when you're talking about being out in the wild and surviving, there's nowhere else you need to be more authentic. You really can't dress it up and sugarcoat it and make it anything more or less than it is. One of the winners in Alone came to my town, took pictures of people. Oh, that's awesome. See, that's the community building part. That's when building community is amazing, and it gets people interested, and maybe they potentially learn something that can help them save their lives one day. I mean, yeah, definitely a worthwhile pursuit, definitely. So my coastal run seems to be fairly dry, but we still have these zones up here, and we're getting close on time. What I may do is pop over to zone 1, and maybe if not both, maybe we'll take one of them out. Maybe the 289. see if that opens up a space for, say, oh, I don't know, a great one to spawn in. Maybe. We do have a lonely female. Maybe I could get it to go aggressive. Let's run straight at her and see what happens. So I'm genuinely curious because for me, feedback is incredibly important. It helps inform of many different things, like my successes, what were challenges, and how I can better improve next time. So I turn the question to you all. What did you enjoy about this live stream? What did you think was a challenge? And or what would you like to see in the future? Now, I will drop a little bit of something and say I did happen to find the other day a track for a gold brown bear on this map, which I didn't know was a thing. People equate it to Winnie the Pooh because of the color, but it seems like an interesting thing, and maybe would make an interesting live stream to pursue it if I can find the track again. But yeah, so successes, challenges, and or what you would like to see in the future for live streaming from Falx. Ooh, Evie's interested, and unfortunately our moose was like, not today, woman. Maybe we'll get another aggressive snorter soon. Going whomp. Well, there's Miss Sassy herself. Flippity clopping away. Oh! Nice. A big level 4. Now, wouldn't it be nice if it was rare fur type? Multiplayer hopping. That would be a good one. That's where I've gotten a lot of my piebald, especially for my red deer. So yeah, definitely would be interested in doing that. Maybe there's something out there where you spin a wheel and you do a multiplayer hop and you have to get a trophy within like an hour, I think. Maybe we'll try something like that. Yeah, this need zone, it blinks in and out, so cautiously optimistic. Ooh, another decent level 3. Cautiously optimistic that it might stick around. Five scored 224. Okay. Stand by 1. I'm gonna get up on this. Oh, this one's a split wreck too. Interesting. Oh, too high. No, come back. Oh, no. No. Hopefully he drops. We've got another boy down here to take out. But let's check and see what we did. Yeah, I was way too high. But since he was quartered, that should have put it in the lung. All good. Nothing seemed like it was really struggle. Would like to see more live streams. Aw, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I really, really do. For a hobby, I've really, really enjoyed this. Okay, at least we got a vital on him, and yes, at least he's dead. But I'll pick him up here in a minute. I'm gonna get this boy down as well. Maybe they'll have fallen in roughly the same area. I don't know. Sometimes that happens. I think this is a floating spawn, this bigger male, because I don't recall seeing him here earlier. Yeah, he's not running with the crowd. And we did the same thing on him. And hopefully, what is he doing? Well, that was a bit spastic. Is a 269 red deer great one a big rack? Honestly, I am not sure. I only have the one great one red deer. And unfortunately, I'm not too familiar with the rack sizing for Great Ones in general. Now, there are some great videos out there that do compare and contrast all the Great One racks. Highly recommend YouTubing that. And that's definitely some research I'm going to have to do for myself. It's been an interesting ride trying to figure out... Okay, we lost the track. It's been an interesting ride trying to figure out the moose rack system, because they're very different from my experience with red deer. With red deer, there seems to be so many different ones. Oh, that's my second shot. Okay, hang on. Ambiguous track work time. And for those of you who don't know what ambiguous track work is, that's my label for when the tracks get confusing. Okay, he did a sharp U-turn. There we go. Reload. Thank you. Hold on. All right, so I didn't do this well earlier. Let me get back out into the sun real quick. But look at the side of the barrel of the gun underneath my my scope when I do this. See that etching? I know it still wasn't that great, but that etching is beautiful. But thank you so much for pointing that out. That is the bane of my existence, is reloading. Let's see. Speaking of rare, I need to pay attention to where I'm running. I'm actually in the shrubbery. We have poop. All right. That's the inbound track. Oh gosh, let me get back on the track and then I'll check out channel. I'm lost. Oh gosh, I'm lost. All right, here we are. La 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 la. Oh, and then another bloodstain pops up. That's another thing with tracking. If you're still working out the tracking system, is sometimes the tracks get a little confused, and you kind of have to walk around to get the in-betweens to kind of spawn in so you can see it. There he is. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, so this is another rack style I hate on that one side, and then I'm not too distressed about the one on this side, but this one I absolutely hate. So that second shot, we were too high. We put it in his vertebra and his scapula, but yeah. But we still got him. We still got him on that first shot. So let me take a look. This, speaking of rare, shot an albino Rocky Mountain elk on SRP with a friend. Nice! First albino that I shot. Congratulations! I found one in MP that no one harvested and just picked it up. I mean, yeah, I've done that a few times, but not with any rares yet. Nice. Thank you, Jody. I really appreciate the feedback. That's awesome. I'm so glad that you all enjoyed the interactiveness of it. I wasn't sure how that was going to play out, but I really appreciate you all being so interactive and willing to open up and share some stories with me. That's really appreciated. Yeah, the guns look as good as they are. Ian, fun being out with you all. I would love more live streams. Have a great night. Bye, Ian. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Really appreciate you coming along on these adventures with us, and looking forward to having you on the next one. Nice. Go. Thinking I'm hearing a bear off screen, but I'm not. And then this one ran all kind of wibbly wobbly, timey wimey type. Let's see if we can find him. And then I'm going to close out the stream by doing what I promised, and we're going to head over to Zone 1, and we're going to take a look at my two smaller level 5s. What was that? Oh my gosh, for a moment I was like... Every time I see movement in the shrubbery and I'm not sure what it is, I'm always like, great one, great one. Here is that level 3. Yeah, we completely missed on that second shot, unfortunately. Yeah, I got him right in the neck through the wattle. Sorry, dude. You don't deserve that. But yeah, we were definitely a little high and right for that. Or left, rather. Awesome. Aw, thank you so much, Landon. I really appreciate that. And as the community grows, I don't know how effective I'll be, because I'm sure chat, I've been on live streams and chat's just hopping, and sometimes you glance over and you're like 10 or 15 chat lines down, and it's hard to kind of go back and check them all out. So I do try to give YouTubers grace about that. But again, this game for me is about the community that enjoys it, and really kind of sharing in that experience. That's what inspired me to start a YouTube channel. And I hope to continue that in all aspects that I approach this hobby with. So let's see. I am past my last need zone. We do have a couple of higher levels in this zone here. But since we're getting close on time for our live stream, we've got 5 minutes left. I'm going to take you all over to zone 1. And we will see, maybe instead of doing both, because that makes me nervous thinking about it, maybe we'll just take the smaller of the two, the 289, and that'll be our grand finale. Again, as I mentioned, I'm not too familiar with the moose rack system, and I still am unsure about what's a diamond and what's a gold and what's a troll and what's legit. So, and since the map has been popping, my game just crashed while harvesting my first level 3 turkey. No! Oh man! I share your pain just a little bit, only a little bit though, because that's really, really unfortunate for you. My first ever diamond turkey, I did not taxidermize, and I didn't know about the recovery option. So I didn't know where's my other level 5. Oh, there he is. Oh, okay. I was like, where'd he go? But that's on film, I think, in one of my previous videos. I was kicking myself for a very long time after that. I am so sorry. That is unfortunate. I mean, you might be able, Jody's right. You might be able to save it, definitely. If you can hop back onto that server. Hopefully nobody picks it up. I've done that before where I jump back in to pick up a harvest. Okay, so we have our 2 biggest boys in zone 1. This is the zone that spawned my very first diamond on this map. And since we have a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 diamond potentials on my map at present, I think it would be safe to go ahead and at least take one of these boys. I think it should be the level 289. So that's what we're going to do. Oh, you're on Xbox. Oh yeah, I am not familiar with how it runs on consoles, with how this game runs on consoles. I have played it on PS4 before. When my husband was showing some interest in playing, but I'm not sure how that would work, unfortunately, because I only played it like once or twice on a console. But I feel you, sending good energy your way. That's a challenge, especially when is it your first level 3 turkey? Okay, so I'm assuming that means you haven't found like a diamond level 2 or anything like that before, because they can make diamond at level 2 on occasion. It's rare, but it does happen. All right, I'm going to focus in. We're going to get this 289 off our map. We're going to lose one of our twins. That's fine. I'm hoping what spawns in its place will be bigger and better. And I'm hoping this is an awesome heart shot. Of course, you're not going to square up with me, though. Yes, but we got him through the shoulder. And we're going to check him out now. Is he a troll? Is he a diamond? We will find out. And this will be a learning experience for me. You'll see it here first. Yes, absolutely, Jody. He was a nice moose. Absolutely. So was his sibling running over there. All right, guys. Well, he didn't fall in a way where I could get a really good picture, but check out those front scoops. I think this is going to be a gold. Anybody want to take a guess on the scoring? Or should I just go ahead and pick him up? 276. Okay. Is that's 1 point below diamond. I think diamond is 277. You think it's a diamond, Evie? 279? Good guess. All right. Let's go ahead and confirm. Here we go. It's a 271. It was a troll. Oh, thank goodness. Yay. Oh my gosh. I did hit that right? I got all my... Okay, good. The score integrity. Good guesses, everybody. 280. Yes. I mean, given those front scoops, I was placing it high too. I thought this was definitely going to be a gold. But now that I look at it, it is a split rack. I didn't realize that until looking at it from above. Look at this side and then look at this side. This happened to me on Leighton Lake with my very, very first big scoopy moose hunt. And that is actually a video on my channel. The audio quality is really poor because I did not have a proper microphone. But if you go back and you watch the video titled Mistakes Were Made, that was a very intense moose hunt, and it looks almost exactly like this rack was that one. Adriana, welcome. Welcome. If I hadn't welcomed you before, I really appreciate it. Unfortunately, we're getting ready to close out the live stream. We've been on for about an hour and a half, and I am about done for the evening. But this was one of the boys in Zone 1 that I am very, very, very pleased to say it was a troll, and it's good to get him off the map. Excellent. All right. Well, everyone, I cannot thank you enough for coming along on this adventure with me, on this grand experiment of figuring this. I agree, Mr. Moose. Figuring out this live streaming thing and making this a joy. You all certainly did that for me. I really appreciate it. And I very much appreciate you opening up to me and sharing. I am going to close out the live stream here. If you've enjoyed coming along on these adventures, please, you know what to do. I don't think I need to do an outro, but yeah. Like, subscribe, share, ring the bell. Thank you, Jody. I really appreciate it. It definitely was a good hunt. We definitely cleaned up some of the map. And I'm hoping that very, very soon I can bring you a grand announcement that my great one has come in. I will, Coupinator. I really enjoyed this experience. I enjoyed it a lot more than I was anticipating. I was anticipating being very, very nervous the whole time, and now I feel very, very comfortable. And I think this is going to be a great thing to do. I may make this a weekly thing. You're very welcome, Evie. Thank you. And I'm so glad I was able to get some angry moosettes for you. I really am. I really do enjoy interacting with them that way. I don't know why. It's just, they're cute and adorable and silly. I will, Adriana. I think this went so spectacularly well that I am going to try and make this a weekly thing. Good night, Landon. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. I know it's so hard to break away. I want to keep going, but I've got to stop. All right. Thank you all so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your nights. Have a great and happy new year, and I will be back eventually. Yes, I think weekly would be nice. So maybe we'll make it a regular Monday night thing because that's my off day anyway. All right, bye. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a wonderful night. Bye.